Hello. For this week's warm-up, we are going to do patterns with organic shapes. And these can be some random patterns rather than just AB or AABB patterns. But you want to focus on organic shapes. So we're going to eliminate squares and triangles and rectangles and circles. You want to use more shapes that you find in nature that are organic. And I always think of like an amoeba shape right away. It has no definite lines, measurements, angles. It just kind of moves in all kinds of different directions. And if I was to do a pattern with those amoeba shapes on there, then I could just randomly fill that space with those amoeba shapes. Of course, if you're going to find something in nature that's organic, there's nothing more organic than leaves or trees or nature in that respect too. And you could do something along that line where you just even have that nice little leaf shape, and you can make a great pattern out of that shape that fills that space. So we're looking for organic kind of shapes that you can make patterns with. Whether it's a definite pattern that's in a line, which is fine as long as it's an organic shape, or it's a random pattern, okay? So you can see how I would kind of finish this up to make it a little bit more complete. And this one also. I love these amoebas. They're so easy and they're fun. So think of some more patterns with organic shapes. So for today's project, we are going to work with Miss Seba, and we're going to work with Lord of the Flies. I'm kind of reading this because I haven't read it in like 30 years, so I'm reading it along with you guys. And we're at a place now where Mr. Jack is really, I mean, he was not the nicest person to begin with, but now he's really taken a turn for the worse, and he's really scary. And he's gone ahead and painted his face with all those different colored clays and some charcoal from the fire. And we're going to make a mask that shows some of those characteristics of his personality taking that turn. So I'm going to get you a handout like this, and you're going to add to it, and I'll explain how. But first, we're going to look at some characteristics of faces and what kind of feeling that evokes when we see them. Let's take a look. So if we look at animals, they have characteristics that we deem cute or adorable, like big eyes, and babies especially, even in humans, and also kind of upturned mouths. We know they're not smiling, but look at this guy. He seems to be smiling at us. We have small noses for features, big eyes, and ears that are just sticking straight up in the air. These could not be more adorable and are not fearful. In contrast, we get this savage beast with yellow eyes slanted inward, lots of teeth that are terrifying, and they're pointy teeth with wide mouths. Cutes are little mouths. These are big, wide mouths. Noses that are pointy and turned up, or super long and turned down. We can even look at some of those ears that are elongated and pointy also. And who could forget the beast that is on the island, the wild boar with its tusks and fangs. So today we're going to work on this handout, and we're going to build a mask that actually has some of these characteristics. One of your requirements is going to be to add something to your mask that can help enhance those characteristics of wild and savage. You're going to get a mask that looks like this. So you have to kind of think, what can I add to this mask? It could be horns, it could be pointed ears, it could be long teeth, it could be extending the nose, it could be building something down out of the chin. You know, think about all of those kind of things that look fearful. This mask should not look like Cinderella. She's not fearful. So you want to really think about some of those characteristics. I'm going to show you a mask that I found online that seems to have a little bit of everything going in there, so you can get some idea of where you can head with this. So here you get an idea. Lots of pointed things off his face, yellow eyes. So here's just some ideas of my drawing to get me started. You noticed I brought the eyebrows down. Whenever we have eyebrows that are up, you tend to look surprised or innocent. When you have them down, coming from both directions, that's very scowling, with lots of wrinkles in the forehead. Remember, you have to add a couple of things to your mask. Really, just one is required. So I'm definitely going to add this pig or boar nose on there. I'm going to bring it out from the surface. I'm thinking like a tube, a toilet paper tube would be great for that. But I think I'd like to add some ears on there too. So I'll have to figure out how to do that. Maybe two tops. I'm going to require you add one thing, but you can add two if you want. I don't want to get any more than that because we definitely want to get to the painting stage also. So once you get this all drawn the way you think you want it, then go ahead and color it. You can outline it with Sharpie, you can color it with colored pencils, markers, whatever you want to, maybe even a combination of both. And that's what we're going to do for this week. And then next week I'm going to get you the mask and we're going to start building. A little bit of paper mache involved in that. Have fun. Bye-bye.